Hi everyone and welcome to Sally's Sweet Life. I'm your host and yoga teacher today, Sally, and I've got this great piece of music that I've choreographed a little sequence to. The way we're going to do it is I'm not going to use any music, and I just want to teach you the moves first of all, and then we're going to put it all together to the music. It's this great piece, and this one's for you, Trin, because it always reminds me of you. It's called Technicolour Beat by Oh Wonder, so I hope you love it as well. Let's get started. So what you're going to do when we're doing home yoga like this, you want to set up the camera, or you want to set up your phone or what you're looking at side on to me so that it's mirror image. Do you get it? And then you won't get too confused. So I don't have a mat today, but if you're on your mat, it should be this way, and you should be facing the top end of your mat and looking to the side. Here we go. So you're going to have your left leg in front, just in an easy, actually this is called easy pose, but when I taught soccer players how to do yoga, they couldn't do this, so it wasn't easy for them. That was quite funny. But not funny for them, but funny for me. So you've got your left leg in front and the right leg is tucked in. The first thing we're going to do is this beautiful rolling around with the back left arm. So this is beautiful big opening. And we're just going to do that on the other side. It really doesn't matter at this point which arm you're using, but I want you to lean back. Let's do it again. Lean back and really open and lift the chest. Feels so nice. One more. Yeah, expanding into breath. In the sequence, we're going to, front arm comes back, we swirl around. I'm going to keep that front arm back, lift my knees, and do this sneaky little tuck and turn and come into down dog. So just again, all I'm doing is lifting my knees. I've already got my hand back. I lift and swivel, just like magic. So now that we're in down dog, let's just talk about this pose just briefly for a moment. Your feet are about hip distance. If you're new to yoga, take them a little bit wider. That's going to be easier for you. The pose wants you to, I'm going to do a whole workshop on down dog. I was thinking the other day, so look out for that one in the future. But I want to drop my heels down toward the floor, but pull up under the arch of the foot, and I've got this really big lift in the tailbone right up to the roof. It's a beautiful back of body stretch. I'm driving heels down, but I'm also moving my chest, okay? So if you're here, and I see lots of this in my classes, it's loading into shoulders. It's hard to hold. It should feel really nice. And if your hamstrings and lower back won't allow you to do that, then you simply just bend your knees, okay? So easy, right? So go from this to bend and this. So we're here in down dog. We're going to raise your front leg up off the floor to the roof. Now, this is called a three dog, and there's lots of variations, and I like to lift the hip and square the shoulders. All right, let's float that leg down and do the other leg. We're lifting the hip up, long legs, roll the shoulder down, and then lower that leg down. Right. We're going to bend both knees, look forward confidently through both hands, and then bring your front leg all the way through. So just drop the back knee so you've got a little bit of support there. Anytime we're in a lunge, this is really crucial for the safety of your knee. You must have this foot underneath the knee. Don't be here. Because when I put pressure on that, it puts pressure on the knee. So we're wanting great alignment always, right? And so foot underneath the knee. When we're here, you can, if you want to ease off the intensity, have the knee on the floor. That's completely fine. Or you may like to lift it off for a little bit more. But I'm driving the heart through, and I want to look up to help me do that. If I look down, it lifts. Did you see that? It lifts the pose. That's it. It's just in my look. So I wanted to sink in the hips, so I'm getting this great opportunity to stretch the legs. front arm is on the move. I'm going to reach forward and high into a lunge twist. Again, if you're feeling like you need to, drop the knee. Then I'm going to circle it all the way back down and come back to the lunge. Let's just quickly go back to down dog. Just for a moment. Bend the knees and then just step the other leg through. If when you're stepping through it's like, wow, yeah, I can't do that, it's too far, that's okay. If it gets halfway, grab it. Shimmy it through and then immediately drop the knee so you're feeling okay and supported. Get that alignment. I'll see you in a minute, but when we go to the lunge twist, the arm reaches forward and high, and I'm trying to stack my hand on top of the shoulder, on top of the other shoulder on the hand. Arm continues to circle back behind you. Look forward. Let's go back to down dog. At any point you want to just press pause and come into child pose if you need a bit of a rest. I'm running through this pretty quickly, just so that you are familiar with some of the moves. We're going to bend your knees and step your front foot again all the way through. This time we're going to drop the back knee, all of us. Coming into a pose called crescent lunge. So I want to lift both arms this time, sink the hips down and really reach up with heart and pull my arms back. So you get this beautiful big crescent arch shape. And then we take a moment to open the arms, which really pulls into the chest. Ah, feels really good. Lift the back knee, and then we're just going to switch the legs. So drop the back knee. Reach forward and high. Open up. Good. Hands to floor. Breathe in, lift the back knee and come back to down dog. Always in flow yoga, or maybe you've been doing, when you've heard of the term vinyasa yoga. There's a vinyasa, so let's do a vinyasa. It's involved, it involves or has four poses. So we start in down dog and we shift into high plank. I'm shifting shoulders right on top of the wrists. My hips drop, and you can drop the knees. Okay, this is core stuff. Core abdominals, core back. I can feel it really strongly through the arms. And we're going to amplify that. So let's just, for the sake of just learning, because we're not flowing, keep your knees on the ground. I'm going to look forward, but then bend my elbows, okay, and then slide my chest in down toward the floor in the inner seam of my arms. Try not to do this, I'll face you so you can see. This is what I see lots of, this is not good. People come into this pose, and this is crocodile I'm coming into, and they go like this. I don't even know how they do it, actually. That really hurts my wrists. So you want to keep the alignment like we were talking about before and push the arms back and keep it strong through the core as you come down. Feels so much nicer, and you'll be able to collect more strength that way. So we're coming down into crocodile. Relax the toes, scooping into baby cobra. I'm pulling my elbows in here. I'm just pulling the chest up. I can really feel it in my lower back. And then we come back to down dog. We've only got a couple of vinyasas in the actual sequence. So we'll show you an advanced or a level 2 vinyasa. I just showed you a level 1. In level 2 vinyasa, we come through into high plank, and we're not going to drop the knees this time. I'm going to look forward, shift forward, and bend the elbows and not touch the floor, but roll through. I don't know if you can see that, but my feet, I'm on the top of my feet. You can drop the knees if you want to, or if you want to make it stronger, you can pull the knees up off the floor. And then we come back into down dog. Ooh. So we're here in down dog, and I have to show you the side plank portion of our sequence. So we're going to slide through into a normal plank, which we've already talked about, shoulders over wrists. Please drop the knees because we're kind of hanging out here a little bit long. Now you're going to open toward me And you can keep one knee on the ground, but in a side plank or a hover, by the way, we want to lift the hips, and in the sequence today, we're going to be reaching up. If you're feeling super strong, you may like to not have knees and roll just over to the sides of the feet. Go right on the edge, and then we're going to drop, squat down and reach overhead, and then press out of there. Now, hold on. If you're on the knee, just stay where you are. I don't want you drop squatting just today, okay? So stay where you are, but if you are coming down into that drop squat, you can sit. It's really quick in the sequence. We're like there and out, but you can sit if you want to, and then you power up out of there, and we roll back into plank, and I'm gonna do the whole thing on the other side. So you're gonna turn away from me, lift the top arm, either drop the bottom knee, or drop squat down. Either touch your hips to the floor or not, and then come back into plank. Let's go into down dog. Po is here, joining us always. Cool. Taking a breath in a moment. That's good. All right, here's the funky bit. One of the two funky things I'm going to show you. Let's bend your knees again and step your back foot all the way through. We're going to lower the back heel, come up, and then just switch and come down to the other side. Did you get that? Come back to down dog. Back leg steps through. Lower the heel. Come up. Swivel on the feet. Retrace your footsteps facing the other end of the mat. Let's try it one more time with the arms. So I'm going to step my back foot through, lower the heel, then I'm going to windmill my arms up, pivot, kind of windmill them back down. Yeah? Because there's this great line in the music, and this is what I thought of when I heard this line. They say, I can't remember now. We're pivoting and we're shifting on our feet. We're swiveling on our feet. So that's why I did that. All right, let's come back into down dog. Knees drop. I want you to pull back into child pose and just stay there for a moment. We need to have a serious chat. Where we're going next is a little bit dynamic, okay? It's not going to be for everybody, but it's a really fun, kind of a cool thing to do if you've been doing yoga for a little while. I'm going to pop my three dog, pop and jump it up into the air. This is what it looks like. I'm going to bend my knees, jump and pop. I make that look really easy, right? I'll tell you why. And if you don't want to do that, you can simply just bend, not pop or jump, and then just step the leg up into three dog. But if you're keen and you're excited about learning something perhaps new, you bend the legs. You've got to look forward a little bit, okay? Look forward a little bit. I'm going to try and shift my hips up briefly toward my hands and then drive the legs straight up toward the roof. So it should look and it should feel kind of floaty, does it? I mean, it feels like that for me. It looks floaty. So if you're here, see how that's heavy? That's heavy, where this is floaty. It's because the more I shift my hips up over toward my hands, the more floatier it becomes. Don't get too zealous. I don't want you doing anything spectacular like a somersault, okay? So just keep it small and controlled and give it a go. It's really nice fun. I don't think there's anything else I need to show you. I think we're ready for the music, and I really hope you enjoy this piece of music. Let's do it. Okay. All right, so we're ready to go. We're cross-legged, left leg is in front, and we're ready to hit the music. Right arm goes back. You roll around with the back arm. Turn down dog. Front leg lifts into three dog, and we're going to step it through into lunge. Drop the back knee, both arms lift, crescent lunge. Let's keep opening, arms wide, Beautiful. Pull them back. Really sink in the hips. Hands to floor. Back knee lifts or not. Twist. Open up to knee. We're going to side plank. Steps. You can drop the knee. Drop squat. That's it. Lift. Come back to plank. Down dog. Bend the knees. Back leg lift. Step through. Ground windmill up. That's quick. We're going to bring the back knee in and then step it back and go straight into plank. Here's our vinyasa. We drop in, lift up, pull back down dog. Well done. Let's go it again. So the front leg drops in and we reach. Keep opening. Pull back, lift the heart. Hands to floor. Here comes the lunge twist. Lift. Reach and circle. Hold on. Step back. Side plank. Catch it. Good. Reach. Back to plank. Pull back down dog. Back leg. Kick it. 3 dog. Jump into the heat. Spin the left feet. Love that bit. Back knee comes in. Step back. Plank. Vinyasa. Remember you can drop the knees. Yeah. Alright. Let's just hang here for a moment and bend the front knee. Bend the back knee. Lift both heels. Drop both heels. Ready for the jump 3 dog. Back legs. Go. Yes. Windmill. Come on up. Let's spin on our feet. Knee in. Step back. Down dog this time. We're going to do that one more time. Back leg. Pick it up. Go. Windmill. Almost there. Knee in. Down dog. Bend, twist, sit, and circle. You did it. Hey, thanks so much for joining me here today. Don't forget to subscribe just down here and hit the grey bell if you want to know when I'm uploading any more videos. See you soon. That's it.